Hello and welcome to another video, another episode, or whatever you want to call it, of Coffee and Stocks. In today's video, we're going to quickly talk about something that happened to Workhorse and the market in general. But before we get started, how about we get some coffee? All right, so first things first, I am not a financial advisor, so please do not take my words as advice. Don't forget to drop a like on this video as well as subscribe, because honestly it does go a long way in supporting the channel. And as I promised, I will be picking the winner in this video. So as I am recording this video, so we go down, start, random picker, and congratulations to Old Milk with the number 3, and his comment was first. Well, I guess he was first, and he has won the $20 gift card, e-gift card. So Old Milk, please, if you're watching this video, don't forget to comment on this video below so we get you this $20 gift card. Let's see how the market is doing. Look at this beautiful green color, just to refresh just in case. And honestly guys, that is amazing. The market today has been amazing. I'm just gonna look at this. It's just green everywhere. Everyone having positivity in today's market, thank goodness, because a couple days ago we were all in the red. Everyone's freaking out about selling, everyone's freaking out about options. Hopefully you guys weren't exercised. But the main thing that we do want to talk about is Workhorse today up more than 12.11%, which is very positive compared to the last week that we had. We're still down 19.84%, which is not too bad. I mean, we were going for around $21, which was low as 31%. For the month itself, we are up for more than 42%. So even with the craziness that we had this last week, with this whole 3-4 days of of just constant drop, we are still up more than 42%, which is amazing. Now they did have one news come out a couple days ago, but I do want to state some other articles that I was reading, and this was a funny one. A beautiful buying opportunity in Workhorse has finally arrived. I mean, I don't know if it has finally arrived, but I guess they're talking about the those days that Workhorse was down. And I do want to read this to you guys. If you want a silver lining to the recent weakness in the S&P 500, look no further than Workhorse. The momentum darling has fallen alongside the market, creating quite an attractive buying opportunity. Consider it a second chance of sorts for those that missed the epic breakout from early September. This is funny. Consider it a second chance of sorts for those that missed the epic breakout from early September. The rapid rise from $20 to $30 left many would-be buyers behind, right? They were relegated to watching others' giant gains pile up from afar. Until now, this is, that's it. To any who've been begging for the market gods to return Workhorse to its breakout point, to give them a second chance at crack at jumping in, your prayers have been answered, right? So probably talking about this area right here where currently going for $21, and we did go all the way to $30 within I don't know, a couple weeks, but we reached to this point right here, $30 from this part. It's 844% to the uprise. Like, that's pretty amazing. And even right here, Workhorse stock is hot. So everyone is talking about Workhorse because it did reach to that point that it just went to $30, with the 825% higher. And that's probably one of the things that a lot of people were scared. It's like, hey, you know what? I bought super high and it's gonna drop. Do you think it's gonna drop high? I don't think so. Honestly, it's never gonna get lower than $20 because the contract, the USPS contract, is just in the horizon. You could see it, you could smell it, and you could touch it. It's coming. It's definitely coming. So while Workhorse has run up a ton in 2020, there's plenty of upside left in this name over the next few years, because the last mile delivery market is huge. around $18 billion, and Workhorse is a small company worth for around $2.7 billion. So buy Workhorse and hold it for the long haul. So they're making the suggestion. Obviously, you should do your own homework before you buy into this company, because it's only the right thing to do. Electrification is the future. There's no doubt about it. Electrification has arrived, and over the next few decades, it will proliferate across all transportation verticals, from passenger cars to commercial trucks to last mile delivery vans and everything in between. There are a few trends driving this disruption, and all of them are here to stay. First, consumer demand is shifting. Young consumers who were raised to be hyper aware of the environment and educated on how to reduce carbon emissions want EVs, right? All those people from our past generations didn't really care about the environment. Let's be honest, they would smoke like crazy. They did have those hairspray solutions that were killing the ozone. I'm a young investor myself, and I'm aware of the environment around me, and I would like my kids, my future kids, I guess, to be in an environment that's positive. So I think I'm included in this young consumers, right? So a 2018 survey from HPI found that 91% of millennials are considering buying an electric car for their next vehicle purchase. So that is important to see. That's why you see a lot of EV companies and electrical companies creating more and more EV vehicles. You have Volkswagen jumping into these EV race. Tesla obviously is like 5-10 years ahead of time. So everyone is jumping into it a little bit late, but a lot of EV cars are coming faster than ever. Second, technology is getting better. Obviously, we see that Tesla is trying to come up with their own batteries. They're trying to come up with their, $25,000 car in a couple years. The battery, I think, is going to be like 65% less on cost. So that's pretty smart, and that's pretty, interesting to see. Cars are getting cheaper. I don't know about that, but Tesla's trying to come up with the $25,000 car. Every other car seems to be staying a little higher, but depending on the cost that each car and each company, takes, obviously they want their profits, but they might be getting cheaper compared to those who burn gas. The need obviously is getting bigger. This person lives in California, so they're always reminded to zero emissions, and they're trying to do the zero emissions thing, the gas thing, the saving the water thing. California is crazy, right? So that's really something to look into, because California is a big state, and everyone's kind of following their footsteps into, hey, you know what, I want all my fleet cars, I want all everyone's delivery trucks to be zero emissions, etc., etc. Which brings us to the next point. California will ban sales of new ICE cars in 2035. Why not sooner, right? Well, we don't know why not sooner. But California Governor Gavin Newsom has just announced a ban of sales of new gasoline-powered vehicles starting in 2035, right? So the state will require all new cars and trucks sold after that date to be zero-emission vehicles. Californians will still be able to operate gas-powered vehicles after that date, and will still be able to buy and sell used cars, right? But no new cars from the dealerships, no, like that use gas, right? So if they want to make a lot of money in California, they're gonna have to be zero emissions or electric vehicles, and that's huge news to all those new companies that are bringing out electric vehicles, like obviously like Workhorse, Tesla, NIO, Lee, and all those new companies that are coming out, because they are making electric vehicles. So California is definitely a huge target for them. California's per capita emissions are amongst the lowest of any state. Obviously, Californians emit on an average of 9 tons of CO2 per year, while US emits around 16 tons of CO2 annually per person, right? So they have 5 tons less of CO2 per year compared to everyone else. But an outsized percentage of California's emissions came from transportation, right? Super important. While 28% of U.S. emissions came from transportation, 41% of California's emissions do, and the largest portion of those transportation emissions came from personal vehicles. So this is where EV vehicles come into play, and they honestly make California their main target. But that's not saying that people like Workhorse, a company like Workhorse, who make EV vehicles, say for example like Hyliion, which works with Class 8 trucks and all that stuff, and they change all that stuff to have net negative carbon, to have zero emissions. They're gonna profit from all of this, right? But I do want to say, obviously we're talking about Workhorse C-Series all-electric delivery trucks achieve premium range for last mile delivery. Super interesting. An American technology company, obviously Workhorse, on providing sustainable and cost-efficient drone integrated electric vehicles to the last mile delivery sector, today announced that its announced that its C-Series all-electric delivery trucks have been achieved and improved an industry-leading range. New data from testing showed that Workhorse's 2020 model year C1000 extended range achieved a maximum of approximately 160 miles per charge under urban situations. That is freaking good, because you could have one single charge, right? 160 miles. You're probably not even driving 160 miles in a day if you're delivering these trucks. Boom, smart. California would buy a lot of Workhorse, especially saying about the USPS contract, worth $6 billion. I know there was some other news networks out there that were saying that it was going to be worth $20 billion. I don't know if it's going to be worth $20 billion, but achieving a 160-mile range has been a goal of ours, and the last mile delivery sector at large for quite some time, as it significantly expands the addressable market of our solutions. Workhorse CEO Dwayne Hughes. As the only purpose-built last-mile EV delivery truck with a light-weighted design, we are completely positioned to be more efficient with a smaller battery pack configuration compared to other EVs, and can handle the stop-and-start nature of last-mile delivery more efficiently, effectively, and traditional ICE. So that's super important. It's very, very important for them to have achieved this, because that would get them one step closer to that contract, one step closer to having more contracts from other companies, etc., etc., etc. Anyways, that was today's video. Hopefully you guys liked it. Workhorse being and having an amazing time right now. I know the last couple days we had a little scare, but don't be alarmed, don't panic, don't sell. If you guys did sell like up here or super high up here and then bought a little bit low, congratulations. You're gonna get more money, you're gonna get more gains, but guys, don't freak out, because we're not gonna go under $20. Don't forget to obviously do your homework before you invest in anything. Obviously, don't forget to drop a like in this video, as well as subscribe, because it does go a long way in supporting the channel. And don't forget today's winner, Old Milk, got the $20 e-gift card, so don't forget to congratulate them. All right, so see you guys next time on Coffee and Stocks.